I know what you're thinking. What could possibly be underneath this sheet? Well, I'll show you. What do you know? It's another sheet. Don't worry, we'll get to what's underneath the second sheet momentarily. But first, we're going to talk about the Apple iTunes model of predictable behavior. The Apple iTunes model is a demonstrative example of the machine learning world of society. As an avid iTunes user and huge music fan, as well as someone who enjoys figuring out how things work, I am excited to share some research and insight into how using this simple device can, is, and will affect the lives that we live today. Today, we will talk about three things. The first, the history of iTunes and how it came to be. Second, we will discuss the iTunes process. And third, we will step away from iTunes to talk about how it affects our everyday life. So, an iTunes account. Who has one? You? Who in here just uses the app to listen for free without paying? I totally understand that idea. So, we are all pretty much familiar with iTunes. According to the company overview tab of the Apple iTunes press section on their website, iTunes was discovered and rolled out to the public by no other than Steve Jobs and his cohorts. He states, iTunes is the best way to organize and enjoy the music, movies, and TV shows that you already have, and shop for the ones that you want to get. You can even tune into Beats One Radio, presented by Zane Lowe and a team of acclaimed DJs. And you can enjoy all the entertainment iTunes has to offer on your Mac and PC. In 2001, they started by calling it a digital jukebox software program. In 2003, Apple launched the iTunes Music Store with over 200,000 songs at 99 cents each, which, if you ask me, you can't beat that deal. That's great. Which then exploded them into the industry. They sold more than 1 million songs in the first week. In September of that year, iTunes downloaded the top 10 million songs and made it available to Windows users in October of that year, which really made them the online digital music store. In 2004, they were up to the top 50 million in songs, went international, and began rolling out car audio to encompass integration with their software. In 2006, iTunes began selling films and was now at 3 billion songs. In 2008, they started movie rentals and surpassed Walmart to become the #1 music retailer and introduced the Genius feature of iTunes. In 2009, iTunes began adding applications for purchase, which included more than 100,000 apps, including Candy Crush and Trivia Crack. They are now into the billions of songs, and millions of apps are now available on the App Store. So I would say that it has been extremely successful. Anyway, enough of this sheet. I would like to introduce you to, drum roll, the OTunes 2016, this little guy right here. The OTunes 2016 is going to help demonstrate the machine learning iTunes process. But I will need your help for this part. I will need you to do two things. First, please take your cell phone and turn it face down on your desk. I know, just for a couple of minutes, as hard as that is for some. Second, I will need you to vote yes or no to the following tunes. If you have not heard it, please do not vote at all. According to the Top 5 magazine, the top 5 best-selling iTunes songs of all time are I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas, Poker Face by Lady Gaga, Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas, I'm Yours by Jason Mraz, and Viva La Vida by Coldplay. So now I will have you vote. I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas, Poker Face by Lady Gaga, Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas, I'm Yours by Jason Mraz, Viva La Vida by Coldplay. After processing the votes, it will tell us what you should be listening to and what you will be like, and what you will like. Here we go. Based on the data input, it says you will like the Black Eyed Peas, but what you really like is Metallica. According to an article from Technology Review, it states that Genius is a packet of usage data, what songs a user has in his or her library on iTunes, and it is folded into a larger database of users and songs. So basically, your library of songs is compared to all the other Genius libraries and a secret set of algorithms similar to that of Netflix, and it computes for the user a list of things the user would like. So, it is not so much what you say you like, but what you actually do like. For instance, you may say that you like Black Eyed Peas, but what you really listen to, again, is Metallica. This is what machine learning does. Data collection and extrapolating from that data that predicts what you will like. Enough about iTunes for now. Let's switch gears for a minute. If you survived the last couple of minutes without your cell phone, congratulations. Take your phone and now turn it back over. In the last couple of minutes, let's check Facebook. It uses machine learning to determine your timeline and what you want to see and how it shows and what it shows it to you. Facebook and Instagram both use facial recognition to help you tag people in pictures. Gmail uses machine learning. It places spam in the spam folder for you. Drones are also an example of machine learning. They are learning to track behaviors and behavior patterns. Okay, so you get the picture. Machine learning is in our everyday lives, whether we like it or not. But sadly, we are out of time. Let's review what we have discussed for today. First, we discussed iTunes, the history behind it, and second, I introduced you to OTunes, this little guy right here, an algorithmic application that predicts which songs you will like, and then third and finally, the machine learning impact on your life in other areas besides iTunes, like Facebook, Gmail, and Instagram. And remember, each time that you check into your phone, it is learning and extrapolating what you like and don't like based on what you do on a particular site. So, if you don't have the money or time, go out and try to get yourself one of these OTunes. It will greatly benefit you. Thank you for watching.